Hey everyone, it's Winslow by Choice here. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. And this is not like for a specific family, this is not for a specific sim. We are just building a simple, small home. It can be for a family, it can be for nieces that decide to drop by, or nephews that decide to drop by. It can just be what you want to make it. So grab what you want, grab what you need. Let's get into this build, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit of my thought process and then some things you can look forward to on my channel. So as you can see, this ends up being a 2-story home. We have a beautiful patio, a nice looking garage. It's not big. You cannot put more than one car in that carport. I'm gonna tell you right now, just the port and also the garage is very, very small. And even then, I end up creating the garage, like starting out with it, and it's like 3 tiles. And I try to put you can see it now. I just don't know what it started out looking like, but I do end up changing it towards the end. So as you can see here, I put some of these green panel siding here, and it does look good, but then I realized that is not the mood that I was going for. I wanted to go for something that was a very simple, like it was very simple and has a traditional twist to it. So the traditional twist to this is that the bottom has a stone base, and then we have traditional siding, paneled siding on the top level. And I really wanted that to mimic, you know, the places that you could drop this into. Anywhere you place this would definitely give off a more traditional vibe. But although this is a simple and traditional home, I had to have some element that is like a wow factor. Like, although it's simple, although it's not a lot going on, what is going to make you all want to download this? And there's a couple things here. So it's very simple on the outside, very simple on the inside. The living space, the kitchen, the dining area is all very small. When I say simple and small, I literally mean that. You're gonna see how small this kitchen ends up looking, but I needed to have, you know, that wow factor. And the wow factor here is that the bathroom constructions for the 2 bathrooms that are here, so it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. The bathroom construction is very odd. It's like the sim that lives here tailored it to how they wanted it and never thought about resale value. And that is okay. That's okay. Not everything has to be sold again, but that is a wow factor here. And then also we have that curved driveway, and I think that is beautiful. The driveway and also the entrance into the house is the same spot. So you do have to be a little bit more mindful of that. People have to park on the street because only one car will fit in that carport and also in that garage. So yeah, you can see I'm kind of constructing what the bathrooms end up looking like, and I love this kind of zigzagged area. I wanted to have a double vanity in the owner's bedroom suite, and so I do end up having that, but it is this little bump out where the shower in the other bathroom is, and I felt like it was a good trade-off. Like, it still is very unique. It's a small home, so we don't have a lot of space, but it looks great. Please let me know what you think in the comments for sure. So like I said, I typically go for a more simple vibe here. I tried to go a little crazier with the roof, but don't worry, I end up toning that in towards the end of the video and also changing the color of a bunch of things. Really, the red roof goes away. I do end up changing out, you know, the pillars that we have. We end up going with brown and a darker brown, so it's a light brown and a dark brown as the pillars. And then on the inside, this interior I actually like it's not too out there, it's not very modern, it's not just like my typical builds. I really tried to gravitate towards a more simple style. So as soon as you walk in, you have a small little living area, then you turn to the left, and then there's a beautiful dining table that sits 4, and then we have this small kitchen. It's a little bit more than a kitchenette. We are able to have, you know, a full-size fridge. We have a sink. There's a nice oven. Now the oven is not the one that has, you know, the flat top, and then there is a modern oven and another counter or anything. This is a white stove. We have a white refrigerator, and I actually like it. I think this definitely matches the vibe of everything. I do end up adding like a kitchen little nook part, and I think that's where like they set lemonade and sweet tea. I do end up adding some lemons and everything, and that ends up being where the trash can is right now. I actually think that's a beautiful little addition. I wanted to add something there, like it didn't have to be storage particularly for the kitchen, but it does end up being that, and I think it's really nice. It's not a lot of storage space that we got in this house in general. So I needed to add it where I could. And that's one space. There is a 2-tiled dresser or like closet, walk-in closet that we got from, I think it's Get Together, but I'm not completely sure. But I do end up adding that in this home. It's on the first level. But the trick about that is that it's not inside. It's not accessible from the inside of this house. You actually have to go around the house to the outside to actually use it. And I think that's really cool. It's very traditional too, because some places have storage outside, although it's like a shed or something. This is really small. It takes up a little bit of space. And also, I think I just really needed to use it because it was in the kitchen. It was behind the counters. It's that space underneath the stairs or to the side of the stairs. And I didn't really know what I was going to put there, but I needed to add a kitchen over there. So I was like, I can add the storage there, and that's perfect. Okay, so we are moving right into the living room space, and this is very cozy. I end up adding some things for some children, so I think this is like a small family home, but it could be like babysitting, it could be a niece. Like, that's why I didn't say like on the title that it's a family home or anything like that. It's a small, simple home, but there are some toys around. I don't know, maybe they're thinking about adopting a toddler or something similar to that. So they have all these things around. Maybe they are a foster parent. That could be one too. And it's small enough to have 2 children, 2 like actual children in The Sims, not toddlers or infants, actual children. And then I end up adding this beautiful thing right here. I love this. Like, this came with Dream Home Decorator, and I actually never really got to use it. I look at it and I tried to build it in with some of the built-ins on the wall, and it looked nice, but I never really found the way to use it. And in this way, I end up using it as a divider, and it divides up the room, you know, between that entrance and the kitchen, so that when you walk in, it's not like you're bombarded with everything in this home. So I think that's nice. And now we're moving into the garage, where I end up adding this beautiful washer and dryer, and then a little set of counter and cabinets that we got from, I think it's Jungle Adventure in this swatch. And then since we have that washer and dryer, you know, I do have to add that functional waste basket. That way your Sims can actually wash their clothes and everything. And then you can see I'm just putting in that storage area. So around this time, I am finally able to go upstairs. And upstairs, you can see I'm working on the bathrooms first, because I felt like working on those would be great as a first thing upstairs, as they are the most unique in terms of floor plan. I don't know what I was thinking when I was creating these bathrooms, but I was like, this could work. And I couldn't do the 3-tiled bathroom with the Discover University shower, because this is a traditional home, or a home with a traditional twist, and it's a simple home. So I don't think it would make sense to have that kind of exposed shower there. And so I needed an actual shower with the 4 walls and all of that good stuff. So I do end up adding that there. And then I move into the owner's suite bathroom, and I actually like that one too. Both of them give off this older feel, and it's okay. Then I start to move outward towards the bedrooms, just so I can see what I could put, how much space, because when I was actually creating the floor plan, it was much bigger in my mind. And then I went to it and I was like, both of these rooms are so small. So the theme in the owner suite is very brown, very muted tones, and I've been doing that a lot lately, so hopefully I start to snap out of that soon. But then we move over into this room, and in terms of who lives here, this could definitely be for like foster children or foreign exchange children that are like visiting in this world for the week, and so they have to go to school there, and so they actually really enjoy void critters. And while I am on the topic of void critters, because I do end up putting 2 of the little stickers up on the wall here, I really hate the fact that adults can't play with void critters. Like, it's really only restricted to the students, to the children, and that sucks, because I feel like it could be another way for our children to bond with family and everything, because they want to show them their void critters, they want to beat them in the game and all of that, and so you can't really play as adults. I wish that could be like a simple change. Like, whenever I want to play The Sims and I am really engaged in the development of my children, you know, I want my Sim children's parents to actually engage in what they're doing. So if the children are interested in void critters, guess what? The parents need to as well. But there goes my rant on that. I go out and then I am just really focusing on adding in finishing touches for everything. There are quite a few activities throughout this entire thing, and I know I just went on that rant with the void critters, but there is not a void critter set here so your children can play. It's just, you know, the decorations and everything. But on the outside, you can garden, you can have water balloon fights, you can watch TV, and there is some space where you can work out. So we are finally coming up on the end of this build. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. Go ahead and like this video if you did. If you have any suggestions on builds you'd like me to do in the future, also any video ideas, I mean, things you want to know about me, things like that, let me know in the comments so I can answer. I try to answer. I try to be as active as I can with you guys because, you know, you're my friends. We are enjoying our time with playing The Sims, and I definitely want to be able to interact with you all. So definitely do that. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I post. And finally, if you want to, you know, chit chat with me on any of the socials, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. So go ahead and do that if you'd like. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I really hope you have a great rest of your day, a rest of your week. And I hope we have a great time going into March. I know it's a few days away, but it's good to start thinking about it now. I can always think like a few weeks ahead. So yeah, and with that small detour, I just want to say I hope you enjoy the screenshots, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye.